parameter chapters, you need no longer sheepishly confess to the next musician you meet, "I love music, I just know nothing about it." You may not be quite ready to take the advanced placement music theory exam, but you should certainly be able to discern and competently discuss quite a bit about the musicological proceedings taking place under the hood of the music you love or hate. All the more so as you reinforce your newly acquired knowledge with review and further engaged listening. And lucky you will adopt both of these tactics in subsequent sections of the book across multiple musical realms. Even better, we'll now move beyond isolated theoretical concepts which by nature promote a dissection of songs or works into one or two musical parameters. Instead, we'll look at a good number of such songs and works in a holistic fashion, aiming to understand their overall genomic identity. At Pandora, we use the term focus traits to signify the coalescing or clustering of individual genes into larger musical profiles. These are utilized in part to share some high-level musicological qualities with users, with expressions like modal harmony, demanding instrumental part writing, leisurely tempo, etc. But more so, they're used by the Music Genome Project's database to identify prominent facets of a song or work. In short, focus traits are the assembly of key activated genes across the various musicological parameters that work in concert and that make the song or work tick from a musical and experiential standpoint. As users provide feedback via a thumbs up or thumbs down, they train the database as to which profiles resonate or conflict with their musical taste with regard to a given playlist. In this way, songs are identified as good or bad fits on your Pandora stations. And on a broader level, each song or work may be defined as an assembly of its focus traits, its musical profiles along each of the key musicological parameters we've now reviewed. In turn, your response, positive and negative, to these collective profiles across the entire musical universe makes up what we may call your musical genotype. Enabling you to understand and empower your musical genotype, your musical taste, is indeed the main goal of this book. In those 5 music theory chapters, I cited as musical examples over 400 individual songs or works across all species, and a good number of subspecies within them. These do not include, moreover, scores of artists and genres to which no specific music was ascribed. To be sure, this represents but a tiny fraction of the music that readers of this book will hold in high, not to mention low, esteem. This is especially so given my desire, as noted, to focus largely on well-known music. Still, the substantial variety offered in these examples provides a fair frame of reference to even the most esoteric of individual musical tastes. That is, if you didn't recognize your musical favorites in the examples provided, you likely saw a good number of their cousins, music that presents traits akin to your musical genotype. And if not, hats off, as you have a pretty distinct musical taste. A musical day in the life. To wit, the following 7 music-focused chapters will offer a thought exercise using some of these examples as touchstones to define a set of fictional musical genotypes. Although none of these will be your genotype, of course, they should collectively help you to gain an increased appreciation of how yours may be defined, in terms of how your musical taste intersects with various profiles and focus traits.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.